Here we go. I'm going to back out of the room there. Oh, we got the running shoes today, thanks to that moon pendant. The running shoes and the sleeping mask, so we should have no issue with our number of steps today. We also gained 1 key from the clock tower? Surely we had more tomorrow days. I guess not. Huh. We have the... Oh, we currently have a blessing, so I'm not going to take the shrine. Let's take the schoolhouse. There's always a chance that we'll get to the final exam. I'm not going to run in there, though, because there's nothing to see. We have 2 gems. And we have a sizable allowance of 46 coins, if I remember correctly. We did axe the cost of the vault, so if we find a vault, it's going to be free to put down. The only downside being that it is a dead end. The dormitory. Each time you enter a dormitory after drafting a draft room, gain 10 steps. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I might... should we take it? We haven't seen it yet, so why not? Let's do it. I definitely like the observatory. Oh! If it has a key card in here every time, I will always place this. They play ping pong. They have a globe. That's a very Earth-looking globe. Korarika University. Oh, interesting. So it is orange, which I believe I was already aware of. If we check... Hold on, I'm going to just switch over to my world map. Yeah. So just a real quick look there. Korarika, I had marked it off as orange. I don't know what color Vera is. But we'll get there in time. So that's good to know. This would have been one way to find out. Drafting Strategy, Volume 2. Have we read this? My Type of Room, the categorization of floor plan subtypes. Room subtypes. While we've previously explored the use of colored floor plans to categorize the basic kinds of rooms in this issue, we will be examining architectural symbols that can be used to further classify and differentiate the types of rooms in your house. But I do know how these work. I'm not going to bother reading all of this. So that's a drafting room. Yeah, in a class of its own. Academia isn't only found in the mountains of Korarika. Classroom is a great example of the scholastic strategies that this room type has to offer. Not only does it provide synergy for other drafting rooms, but it's also a valuable source of information and knowledge. Did you know the classrooms you'll find will fall under one of 8 different grades, ranging from first grade to the culmination of your academic journey, grade 8. However, there are rumors of an additional annex classroom at Mount Holly Elementary, used solely for exams and student testing, but finding it has been near impossible as it requires drafting more than 8 classrooms, as we are discovering, and hopefully we'll break that pattern of near impossibleness today. Shifting gears, far from the pristine white pages of academia, the mechanical world is a rugged industrial space, marked by the symbol of the gear and stained with the grind of heavy machinery. These floor plans prioritize function over aesthetics, and the design of each mechanical room reflects this focus on efficiency. These rooms serve as the command centers for estate operations, housing the control systems that keep everything running smoothly. The boiler room is known as a power source because it provides steam power to various rooms in the house. Steam is conveyed room to room via ducts that run across the ceiling, and power can be transported across great distances as long as you continue to string together rooms that contain power ducts. So when you're in a room, look up. There might be a duct. Ha ha ha. 3-way rooms split ducts 3 ways. Did you know drafting from a door that is steam powered will increase the likelihood of drawing rooms with ducts? I had a feeling. I didn't want to say it, but it did seem like we always drew a steam-powered room. I didn't think of them as steam-powered, but like a power room whenever we were doing that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Good to know. Glad to have some confirmation of that. No time like the future. So things that help you down the line. Tomorrow rooms. Nothing better exemplifies setting yourself up for tomorrow at the expense of today than the freezer. But drafters who may not want to totally abandon their current day's progress will be pleased to know there are a few clever ways to manipulate frozen assets. Really? Entering the furnace or sauna after drafting the freezer will thaw any frozen gems or gold you are carrying, and you will once again be able to use them. However, if you still wish to your accounts to carry over to the next day, you will have to refreeze your assets again by re-entering the freezer. Wow, that's so good to know. Warning, if the furnace is drafted within a few ranks of freezer, then the temperature will start rising and everything will melt, including your assets. If the temperature gets too high, refreezing will no longer be possible. Huh. So that's one way of melting things. We found that the other way was to make the burning glass and just melt things individually. Okay, there is a good use for the furnace then. Okay, that's neat. That's neat. Perplexing plans. I'm glad we found this book. Okay, so puzzles. Oh, there was something about solving puzzle 8 or something like that, right? I am interested in this. Any architect who loves a challenge inevitably ends up drafting a few puzzle rooms in their house. These floor plans, marked only with a single enigmatic jigsaw piece, lack accompanying text and explanations, as if to suggest that even understanding the room's function is part of the puzzle. Some puzzle rooms, like parlor and billiard room, become increasingly difficult as you solve them, evolving over time as you progress, which is really cool. I like it a lot. The final type of room we will cover in this issue is the spread room. Oh, that's all they had to say about it. These floor plans enable the architect to spread out items among many rooms. When items are spread, they are only placed in currently active rooms in the house. As I suspected, the number of items that are spread is determined by the number of rooms on your estate. Waiting until your house is bigger will provide larger spreads, also as I suspected. Strategies that employ spread rooms are often centered around travel and backtracking. Or the conference room. Word from the editor. I wanted to use this segment to thank all our readers for the wonderful mail and feedback we've received after we sent out our very first issue of Drafting Strategy. It's incredibly rewarding to create something that is appreciated. It's even more rewarding to know that somewhere out there a young architect is reading our magazine and getting inspired to build something of his own that may one day, in turn, inspire others, his or her own. When I was a child, I vividly remembered the experience of reading the memoirs of the court's grand architect, Luza T. Rayland. To say it changed me is an understatement. It had a profound effect on the way I view the world and the spaces within it. We each draft our own dreams as a child faint sketches. What? As a child faint sketches on blurry blueprints, illegible to all, especially ourselves. I don't understand that sentence. And our purpose? Why, it is found hidden in the floor plans of our youth. Okay. Okay. Well, that's cool. Nice to learn about the furnace and how the power thing influences the likelihood of stuff being drafted. Neat. I'm glad we came in here. And I can't open the backpack, find any gems or anything. We have a bowling pin and a chessboard. And tennis. Korarika University. Ah, here we go. Hang on. This is it. This is info about Korarika. They're into education because they said something about it right here, right? Academia isn't only found in the mountains of Korarika. Mountains of Korarika, academia. This is good info. Hold on, let's switch over to our realms notes, if I can find them. There you go. Realms. We have Korarika orange, and they like academia. Hey! What else do we learn about them from here? Sports as well. I'll say sports. And that's about all. The mountains, I should say. Oops. Accidentally enlarged it there. Okay. Well, there's some info gained. Excellent. I'm going to go back to the painting stuff because it's nice to be able to look up at that when we've got... there you go. Okay. Goody. I think that's all there is here. I still don't know what this would be called. Tie, necktie, neck, tray. There is a name for this that I'm not aware of, I think. Because I like tie, bow. It's not a bow tie, it's a necktie. Knot. Dress up. Rondelle, tray. Nope. There's another apple. Well, let's see what we get here. Another classroom or the nook? All right, now it's time for me to look up what the things were. So let's head back to the notes here. It was on a note called, what was it called? A New Clue. It was that one, I think. Yeah, corner cases. Patio, nook, office, and pantry. Oh, the pantry was one of them. Okay, so we've already messed that up then. In which case, we'll just put the classroom down. There you go. And I'll grab that apple. Like, the main thing is just the gem cost. Actually, placing the classrooms is pretty easy. So, if we can get ourselves the emerald... Oh, hold on. Here's a thought. What if, next time we get the axe, we axe the cost of the classroom? Hey. There is a good idea. We have made all dead ends, but the foundation provides us another route in. There's our elevator. Come on down. Yeah. Okay, so the dormitory having a key card in it. That's good to keep in mind. So far, we found the key card in the dormitory and the laboratory. What else? Oh my goodness. I just realized we could have gotten so many steps because after each dormitory or after each classroom we draft, we can go back to the dormitory. I forgot about that. Oh well, too bad. If I run out of steps today, then whoopsie daisy, my bad. Here, a few unimpressive pebbles. Get them out of here. We only want large boulders and rocks. The garage, the armory. Ooh, we're cutting off all these. Oh, we have the dark room still, so that the armory is great here. Except for the lack of keys. But we'll definitely take the armory because I like it. And that's as far as my thinking goes. There's the axe. Okay, here's what we're doing. We're buying the axe now. Yep. We are slashing the cost of classrooms. I'm so glad I thought of this. Where is the classroom? Wait. There's a room we haven't discovered yet. Really? Interesting. It's not study. Room 46. Huh. Wait a second. Found floor plans? No. Not the outer rooms. Oh, studio additions. Classroom. Axe it. Yes. All right. That is going to make this way easier. Maybe we don't get it today because our layout's not amazing, but also lack of keys. Ooh, also a lack of keys for sure. All right, southward, what do we have? There's the classroom, there's the Mount Holly gift shop, and there's a bedroom. I'm going to take the classroom. I need 3 more classrooms. Oh, some money. Did we? Sure. Yeah, I screenshotted these. I actually, this was like a week or 2 ago actually, where I went through the papers there and kind of figured out the answers to some of them. Although we had some of the answers from the book. What was it? The book said 22 years for the war, I think. Yeah, 22 years. So this person has that right. The fourth, how many sons did the 4th king? Had 2 because one of them was a daughter. They had 3 kids. Pretty sure that's right. The first crowned ruler, I don't remember. Anyways, I made notes on that. We'll get to it when we get to the final exam. Hopefully today. We'll see. Also, I had a look at these papers, and I understand that this is now rounding. So 21.7 rounds to 22. This rounds to the nearest 10, or no, hold on. How is this working? Hang on, I've forgotten now. Because this rounded to the nearest 100, the triple lines. Yeah. This rounds to the nearest 10. This rounds to the nearest 1. That makes sense. So 22 is right. 20 is right. This would be 100 minus, because it's yellow, minus 60 for 40. So that's right. So, and then the rest of them we know. Squares. Squares and... oh, hold on. 30... Oh, by the way, something about this. One of these papers says mind square last or something. Remember, don't square till you're there. So with this, it's 5 times 2. Yeah, 5 times 2 and then squared. So 5 times 2 is 10. Squared is 100. Plus 5 is 105. minus 95 is 10, and then squared again is 100. So the answer here is actually 100. That's why they say, remember, don't square till you're there, because they got all these wrong. And then this one, oh yeah, that's right. This diamond shape is that it flips around. So 16 becomes 61, 12 becomes 21, minus 2 is 19. Yeah, so we know how to do algebra now in their rule set. I kind of like it, actually. It's neat. It's neat how you can use completely different notation and still express the same, kind of, the functions, same functions. Digging gives us an old worthless shoe, but it also unlocks all the doors around us. A rather dirty coin. We've read that before. And what is the metal detector telling us about? That. It's interesting that this keycard thing gets unlocked by the kennel. I don't really understand how that one works, but it's beneficial to us. Definitely encourages us to pick the kennel more often. The rotunda, the classroom. Obviously, I'm going to take the classroom here. It's so cool that the gem cost is removed by the axe. Of course, after today, if we solve the final exam, we're not going to need the classroom anymore. So that will have been a little bit of a waste of an axe, considering we're doing so well on gems anyhow. Let's try this one. Hopefully we get a classroom facing the other way. Redraw a total of 11. We can try a lot of times. I'm just going to keep redrawing for the classroom. Nope. We have a lot of redraws. There's the vault. Considering it's common, I would have expected to have seen it before now. Oh my goodness, is there no other classroom here? Dovecote. Oh my goodness, one more redraw. Ooh. Well, there's the showroom. I can redraw some more. Let's do that. The foyer, the pool, the workshop. Do I have items worth combining? We can light things on fire. Nah, not really. Whew. Do we just take the pool for the access? Do I reroll one more time? Rerolling one more time is equivalent to just taking the pool and opening a different door. So let's do that instead. Yeah. Wow, I'm really surprised though. Fortunately, we get a couple of trunks to open. With all those redraws, we couldn't find another classroom? And what's with all these gems? We really don't need the code check. I can open this one. It's locked. We can just do it through the cloister because it's automatically unlocked, so that's fine. Let's head back. Oh, I should have checked whether that door was locked or not. Whoops. Go through here. The vestibule, the Great Hall, and the archives. We'll do the vestibule because it's guaranteed to have unlocked doors for us. Let's try this one. The office, the classroom. There we go. All right, we might be spending some time doing some homework for this exam. I think I know most of the answers. Oh, look at this. Final exam, please take a seat. Oh, this is exciting. Reddington Elementary graduation. 8 years certainly flew by in the space of an afternoon. Okay, I'm going to eat an apple before I've done the exam. Look at that. Final exam, Mount Hall. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Half an hour? Oh crap, I should have... Uh-oh. Instructions. Your exam has begun. You will now have 30 minutes to complete the next 18 pages of questions related to this curriculum covered over the previous 8 grades. If you do not know the answer to a question, skip it and come back later. This is an open book exam and you may use your notes and may retrieve information from other rooms to help you as long as you complete the test within 30 minutes. If you have completed your exam, it will be graded remotely and results will be sent to you the following day. Oh my. Alright, Mount Holly Elementary final exam. Sam left his house at 6 a.m. Why am I doing an actual exam? And drove 5 hours west and passed 8 flags. What? He then turned north at Tanner Fork. Oh no. And drove 2 hours north and passed 4 flags of the same color before arriving at Trisdale at noon. What color were the flags? I don't know that. We gotta go back through our notes. I've got pictures of all the assignments they did, but I don't remember this. Hang on, let's look. Oh my goodness. North at Tanner Fork and drove 2 hours north. This is referring to a map that we were looking for. Where have I missed this map? Let's, in the scenario above, where does Sam live? Okay, let's skip this stuff. What color is most often associated with hallways? Orange, I know that. Which of the following would be the least patriotic room pairing? Oh my, a chapel in Fen Aries? The military place? A shop in Arch Aries? A greenhouse in Korarika, which is the mountain place? That makes sense to me. A bedroom in Naraja. I don't know. I'm going to say a chapel in Fen Aries because of military and religion. What color is the fruit that gives you +3 steps when consumed? It is yellow because that's a banana. Solve the following problem. 5 minus 5 is 0, times 2 is still 0. Solve the following problem. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12, times 2 is 24. Solve the following problem. 5 minus 2 is 3, times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16, minus 5 is 11. I can do the math. I hope I don't get these wrong. 1, is that 1 plus 0? Or is that a 10? Uh-oh. I see a problem with their whole system. I'm going to say that's a plus 0. 1 plus 0 is 1, times 4 is 4, divided by 5. Uh-oh, I've done something wrong. Okay, so this must be a 10. 10 times 4 is 40, divided by 5 is 8, minus 4 is 4. Solve the following problem. 1 minus 4 is negative 3, times 2 is negative 6, plus 7 is 1. Solve the following problem. 3 minus 4 is negative 1, times 8 is negative 8, divided by 2 is negative 4, plus 5 is 1 again. Am I doing something wrong here? Uh-oh. Which element on the periodic table is represented by the symbol C? Carbon, calcium... Oh, carbon, I know this. Just naturally. Which element appears in the periodic table directly below helium? Not fluor... Oh, Ne? Oh, shoot. Hang on, we've got a picture of the periodic table somewhere. Let me look for that. Oh my gosh, I've got so many screenshots to sift through. Oh, we're not getting this done in a half hour. Oof. Periodic table of the elements. Found it. I could have brought up a real one, I guess. Below helium is Ne. Ne right there. Which of the following is not a real element found on the periodic table? Oh dear, I don't know. Y is L. Is that LL? LL probably isn't. HO. I found HO and MT is there, so LL. That wouldn't make sense to... Which element on the periodic table is represented by the symbol Ag is argon, right? Which element could not be used in the spelling of the word clues? Oh, clues. Oh, okay. Here, so Cl... Yeah, so Clu would be a thing. Is E... Carbon, C would be usable. Radon. Well, I guess radon. There's no R's in clues, right? Am I right about that? Chlorine would be Cl. Yeah. How many elements are on the top row of the periodic table? 2. Okay. The city of Fen is south of which small body of water? Oh no. Oh no. All this map stuff, I don't think I have information on this. Might have to do the final exam some other day. I need more information. Oh, and the vocabulary stuff. I never learned the vocabulary. Okay. Hold on, I'm looking for maps. The reason I mentioned the vocabulary is I just came across some screenshots of the language class. There's history. Oh, here's a map. Here's a map. Okay. Can I share this? Gotta get this on here so you can see it. We're doing it live. Window. Whoops. Okay, you can see that, right? Good, good. I guess you don't need to see all of it, but there you go. Yeah, there you go. So we got a map. That's it right there. That's what I'm referring to. I'm going to go back to the exam. So, Morning Bay? Morning Bay. How many cities in Fen Areas are larger than Reddington? I don't know. In Fen Areas are larger than Reddington. Oh no. I'm gonna say 2 because there's Oris and Fen. Colossus Orinda? Oh no, we're gonna fail. Yeah, we've got the maps of the geography. There's nothing in here about the cities. So I think this is information we need from elsewhere then. It's not all in the classrooms. Arch Aries, Reddington, Fen, Royal Museum. What is Oris? Is that a city? The city of Fen, the city of Oris. That sounds right. I'm going to say 2. We'll say 2. Which of the following realms is not near Fen Aries? Arch Aries and Raja are right next to it. Nuance and Korarika is far away. Which sigil core denotes the realm of Arch Aries? That is the mountainous one. What realm is directly north of Raja? What realm is Fen Aries? Fen Aries is. No realm is north of Raja. I mean, Fen Aries is like northwest. It's Fen Aries. Where are you right now as you take this exam? Mount Holly. Oh my goodness. Mount Holly, Reddington, Fen Aries is the correct answer. I hope. Which 2 pieces of art would be best paired to depict the letter B? Oh, yeah, I can do this. Hay bale and mug of ale. Oh my. Where's hay bale and mug of ale sounds about right. Ale. And there's no M, so no, not that one. Wings and honey? Wait a second. Is it more than just having one letter off? Have I been misunderstanding the rules of the pictures? Birch tree and oak tree have more than one letter off. Oh, we're looking for what's the difference? What's wings and honey, birds and a bookstore, hay bale and a mug of ale. Oh, okay, I've misunderstood the rules. There you go, this is teaching me something. It's just like back in high school, I would learn during the tests. The questions on the test would sometimes make me clue into something we'd been taught. Birds and a bookstore. Or wings and honey. I kind of like both of them, right? Both start with B, but this one starts with an A, so that's our clue there. It's not birds and a bookstore because that one starts with a bookstore, so it's wings and honey, I think. I hope this tells us what's wrong, but I don't think it will. Which of the following pieces of art was not displayed in the grade 5 classroom? Flan was, Pry was, Bride I think was, Jungle was not. Jungle. Which of the following pieces of art is not displayed in Mount Holly's entrance hall? Face definitely is, Ace definitely is, Realize and Trinsdale. Uh-oh. Realize. You're okay with us running back to the front hall to check, but Realize and Trinsdale. I think Trinsdale is, so I'm going to say Realize is not. Can you find the difference? What's the difference between this and Fen Aries? Oh my. Oh my. No clue. Oh, I want to go to the next page, please. Who was the first crowned ruler of Fen Aries? I should know this. I think Desolate's the 3rd or Desolate's the 4th. Let's have a look at the the kids' answers. Hold on. Or the book. There was the history book, wasn't there? After the passing of King Desolate's the 3rd, the first crowned ruler of Fen. Oh no, Fen Aries. Oh right. Hold on. I'm just going through the book here. The realms inherited by the 3, Fen Aries, Arch Aries, and Raja, once again stand united. So Prince Learson died during the war. Oh, it doesn't actually say. Because Desolus the Fourth was the reason they went to war. So General Teskin must be the person, right? Desolus the Third was dead. Desolus the Fourth was the one fighting Fen. Prince Learson died in the war, so it must be General Teskin. In which era were the railways of Fen Ares destroyed? Oh. Oh. I don't know. I wasn't aware they had been destroyed, but that makes sense why the station was a little bit decrepit. Era of Ruin. The fourth era came to an abrupt end. It's probably the era of Ruin, right? Oh. The fourth era came to an abrupt end. Well, Agera? Or sixth era? One of the two. Agera, what was that? We had something in the book about that, I think. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often denoted as Agera. Okay. So it can't be that. So sixth era must be the answer, because it would have been after the fourth era when war happened. How long did the War of the Fifth Era? Oh yeah, there you go. Fifth era was the war. It lasted 22 years. I knew that one. What was the first capital city of Fen Ares? It was Reddington, wasn't it? Or did that? No. Right, it was moved away from Reddington by King Desolus III. So Grand City of Fen, for sure. Surely. I'm going to say the Grand City of Fen because I'm sure it is. Which realm gifted Fen Ares a dirigible to headway their victory parade at the conclusion of the war? I've actually got that page open, don't I? A dirigible. Maybe I don't. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric action of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. And they persuaded the nearby realms of Arch-Ares and Nuance to join their cause. I don't even know what a dirigible is. To parade their headway their victory parade at the end. Oh, was this from the projector stuff? Okay, hold on. I'll look for the projector. Here we go. We've got so that's the two of them fighting. That must be Learson being carried away. Somebody being crowned. The railway is being destroyed. Is the dirigible the flying balloon there? I don't know. It has a green flag on it. I'm gonna assume the green flag is the clue. Who's green? Hold on. Green is Nuance. So I'm gonna say Nuance. Alright. The deciding battle of the War of the Fifth Era was fought on the southern shores near what famous landmark? The deciding battle of the War of the Fifth Era was fought on the southern shores. I need to go find that book again. It doesn't show a shore here. It shows a city. The southern shores near what famous landmark? Royal Museum. Angel Tower, the Colossus. If it's the southern shores, then it's the Colossus Orinda, just from location. I don't know what the Angel Tower is, but Colossus Orinda must be it. Okay, solve the following problems. 6 squared is 36. I can do that. 3 squared... What? Why is it orange? Oh, -3. Oh, okay, cool. -3 squared is 9. -3 is 6. 12 reverse is 21. 11 divided by 3 rounded to the nearest 3. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I've not understood how this works then. Divided by 3 rounded to the nearest single unit. Is this supposed to be a minus? But then it would be a yellow. Uh-oh. 4 squared is 16, plus 5 is 21, times 2 is 42. I had to think there. And then minus 1 is 41, but then it's flipped. So 14. 39 here. 5 divided by 2. What is going on? What is this color then? That can't be right. Pink is times. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on with the color here. Next page. What is the Eurasian word for house? Oh no! I have no clue. I didn't study the language. Phrase something can be translated several ways. Which of the way is not an acceptable interpretation? How would you say the following phrase in Eurasian? You have a very, very long name. How would you tell an Eurasian count me out? No idea. INNORRETTISS, point A, point B. Using the provided Eurasian terms for cardinal directions above, what would be the clearest way you could give directions to someone at point A to get to point B? Oh my. I have a lot to learn. I have some stuff to study. In ancient Orindia, the number 8 was considered by Adrian scholars to be mathematically near perfect, though many in the secular sphere held that only this advanced form of 8 was worthy of numerical perfection. I don't know. I've never heard of this. Mathematically near perfect. I don't even know what this would be. Is that squared? 64? That would be rounded to 10. This would be rounded to 10 and then squared? And that would be flipped around. Probably that one. The infinity sign. 8 flipped around. I'm gonna take that one. Okay. So I don't think we're getting all of these within the next 10 minutes. Some of these I'm not even sure we'll be getting at all because I'm not sure that I've found the relevant information. Sam left his house at 6 a.m. and drove 5 hours west and passed 8 flags. He then turned north at Tanner Fork and drove 2 hours north and passed 4 of the same flags on the same color before arriving at Trinsdale at noon. What color were the flags? Like, I don't even know where Tanner Fork is. I don't know that we've seen a map of it. There's something that I am missing for sure. Or if we have seen a map of it, I've forgotten to take a screenshot because I'm just looking through all the screenshots I have and it's quite a few. So I could also just be missing it. I'm not seeing this. Dumpty Dumpty Doo. Mathematics. There's a treasure map. Oh, hold on. This is a map. Oh, Trinsdale Lake. Hold on, here's something. Does it have Tanner Fork on it? Angel Tower is up there. Botanical. Tanner Fork is down there. I have a map. Where was this? Okay, this is important. So, what was it? He left his house at 6 a.m. and drove 5 hours west and passed 8 flags. He then turned north at Tanner Fork. So if he's traveling west, he must be, east of the Botanical Gardens. Uh-oh. I need to have a better idea. Oh, this is outside of Reddington. Okay, Tanner Fork is south of Reddington. He passed 8 flags. He then turned north at Tanner Fork and drove 2 hours north and passed 4 flags of the same color before arriving at Trinsdale at noon. 4 flags of the same color before arriving at Trinsdale, which is a ways up there. So Reddington is red flags, right? These are all part of Veneries? I'm gonna say red. In this area above, where does he live? Probably Oris. If he's southeast of Reddington. Where's that big map? We had it earlier. I'm gonna say Oris. I think that's right. Alright, we got the colors here. We're down to 8 minutes. Except for the languages, we could have something here, although I don't know the answer to this. Can you find the difference between these continents and this religious angel. I don't know. Angel. Fen? No. Fen, Aries, angel, no. I was thinking like we had A, E, F. So not quite. Then Aries, angel, R, E. I don't know about this one. This could be a guess. Shot in the dark. We're not gonna make that guess right now. I'm very confused by this as well. The purple 3 should be divided by, but 11 divided by 3 would be 3 point something. Oh, and then rounded. Oh, I get it. And then rounded. So this is right. This is, oh, okay. So 11 divided by 3 is going to round up to 4. Because it's close to 12. Closer to 12 than it is to 9. And then over here we have 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Times 3 is 7.5. Rounded to the nearest 10, so that's 10. Minus 1 is 9. Times 6 is 50. Oh, shoot. 54, right? 54. And then plus 100 is 154. Rounded to the nearest 100 is 200. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got the math down. We're good, we're good. And then the language stuff. I have 6 minutes to learn a language. We kind of guessed on that one. I'm going to guess on this. No, I'm not. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Take me back. Does magnifying glass help here? Is the answer in small print? No. Ah, stop that. It's so easy to accidentally leave the test. Okay. What is the Eurasian word for house? Let's have a look at the language learning sheets. These are the math sheets. Okay, here's the language stuff. The large house is toward the east. Was on somebody's paper. House. H-E-W. Okay, good. I was up on the board. That was easy. What does neviate mean in Eurasian? Neviate. Yate is gate. Nev isn't on here. Oh, but we know the gate, so hold on. So new gate. Nev is new. There you go. The phrase travenal can be translated in several different ways. Tray, the trunk of the tree, the branches of the tree. So tray, I think, is tree. Venal, the old tree is not owned by me. Venal, I'm just looking at the students' answers for other things. Ventraven means the branches of the tree are old. So travenal would be something to do with tree and old. The old tree, the tree is not old. I cannot see the tree trunk, and I'm not an old tree. So this is not an acceptable interpretation. We might be getting pretty close here. How would you say the following phrase in Eurasian? You have a very, very long name. There's nothing like that on these word sheets. Future, Watergate, lore is a word. Small first, large, old, the end of. Oh yeah, there. Then okay. L is I and me. L is a lack of myself. Imperative the verb can mean I will or I won't. You. There's no way to say you, is there? Uh-oh. How would you tell an Eurasian count me out? So me would be L. L countful. Or Elu. Levalu. L countful, I think, is it? Because L is me and vo is away. And so that would be me count away. Count me out? Yeah, good enough. How would you say the following phrase? Hold on, are we good on this? No, we are not. Ooh, 3 minutes and a half. Dauvenja Olrajoram Naidao Lorlu Radao. Following phrase in Eurasian, you have a very, very long name. Large is am. So maybe am. Ulrajoram. I'm going to say that because it's the only one that says am. There we go. And for directions, using the provided Eurasian terms for cardinal directions above, what would be the clearest way you could give directions to someone at point A to get them to point B? In et is? Is that it? No, something with the tree. Trevo. Et tre. Point B. In et is. That seems like the obvious one, right? Agin et of tre isha trevo. Away from the tree. Of tre would be toward the tree. Agin would be first something. And then et, I don't know. Main etam matre itis. This makes sense to me because it's towards the tree, away from the tree. Isja would be south, away from the tree. I'm going to say this one. All right, we've got a minute and a half to make a guess on this question here. Dude, we've actually spent nearly a half hour on this. I can't believe it. Like this is just flown by. Takes me way back. Can you find the difference between the angel of Orvinda, or whatever it's called? I can't even remember the name of the country. And these places. Oh shoot, can you find the difference? Hang on. Is it something to do with the kids? Because the person split it amongst his 3 kids, splitting these 3 places. I bet it's got to do with their names. Okay. Horus would later grace the burgeoning, so... The youngest he bestowed. It doesn't give the kids names. We gotta pick something. Horus. I don't know. I'll just say A. I don't know. Final exam complete. No idea. We'll find out tomorrow how we did on this. I have a feeling we got some things wrong. Specifically this, I don't know. This is probably maybe right. Because it's using the tree as a reference. That makes sense to me. If you say just north, east, south, how far are you supposed to travel in those directions? Whereas here it says, go to the tree, something about south, away from the tree. So that's something. Although, are you supposed to give distances away from the tree? I'm not sure. I think we got it. I think we got that one. This one, I don't know. The idea of 8 being... Like, that would explain why the classrooms have the 8 turned on its side. Like that. Oh, no. I want to look through it more. Oh, well. No clue about that angel and the difference between the other things. Anyways, that was fun. That was fun. I definitely have some researching to do before the next time we attempt it. Because I do not think that we got it right. And by we, I mean me. Yeah, head on out. Head on back in, draft the top room, locksmith, bedroom. What the heck do we have going on here? We've got a pool. Was I looking for anything in particular? We have 84 coins. Commissary, the armory. We can buy some more stuff in the armory, I believe. If that would help. We have 0 keys, so maybe a locksmith would be a good idea. Let's take the bedroom. We'll just fill out the rooms. I can't remember whether I had anything planned. Because honestly, that exam just really took all my thinking away. Oh yeah, more money here. Nice. 107. The armory, I think it had the mace that gives us a constellation. So what I'm probably going to do here is try to make it to 108 coins. We don't have the coupon book. So we're going to try to get to 108 coins. Oh, no way. You have to repair it every day? Ah, okay. That's a little bit lame. But so be it. I'm surprised by that. Are we likely to find any coins on the way back? Did we do the office? I don't think so. We've probably dug everything we could dig. Alright, let's see if we can win 1 coin. Eh. Oh, okay, let's try. Hey, we did it. Cash out. I'm taking my winnings and leaving. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to spend 100 of them here at this table. Wager 100. Give me the allowance, please. Oh! Oh, we actually got it! I did not think that was happening. 4 allowance tokens is an additional... Oh, I thought it was 4... I thought it would be 8 allowance, right? 4 allowance tokens being 2 allowance each. I'm still happy. We got 50 allowance total. We won it. Got the jackpot. That was the best outcome we could hope for from that. It was the only useful outcome we could hope for from that. So that's great. Let's run on back to the armory. I feel like a winner after failing that test. There you go. I'm curious to see what our results are tomorrow. Were we off by 1 or 2 questions, or was I way off? Because obviously I need to do some studying before the next time we try it. Also, I wonder if the questions changed between days. If not, then I could just go back through my video of the questions and then find all the answers beforehand. So here, we had, there's the pry, there's the flan, there's the bride. So it didn't have jungle, so I was right on that. Let's go look around the art classes. Not the art classes, but the classrooms in general. I can also buy a banana. Grade 4. See, this sort of stuff didn't help at all. The answers were in other areas. This is a map. There you go. So we used this map. That was helpful. But I don't really know. Like Fen and Oris, those are the 2 cities, right? And then there's a thing about he traveled. So what was it? Tanner something is south of Reddington. And he traveled 6 hours from the east. So 6 hours from the east, and he turned north. So he must be in Oris. It's a long ways down there, though. I think I got it right. Man, this is awesome. I know a lot of people aren't excited by taking a test in a video game, but I enjoyed it. So this stuff... I think the dirigible... Oh, not that, sorry. I think the dirigible is that thing up there, and it has a green flag on it. And I guess you could say that it's colored green as well. So I'm assuming Nuance is the one that lent that out. I'm also assuming that is a dirigible, but that's the information I had to go on. So there you go. Is penned by the victors. Is that not the wrong thing to put here in the classroom? And in sand, we did that. Tent and tag. 10 and tent. 10. Did I do this one already? What room are we in? I think I did do this one already. 10 and tent. Yeah. Okay. There I am, all excited as if I discover something new. Cart and chart. Pine and match. Things they have in common. It doesn't have to be the words because Oh, I might have gotten that word thing wrong on the exam. Wood. Huh. Okay. Well, I think that's enough. We'll call it a day there. That was pretty intensive. Yeah. Neato. But the foundation certainly came in handy today, because otherwise it would have been a much shorter one. Yeah. Call it a day there, and tomorrow, well, we'll get an additional constellation from the Morning Star. I just realized it's called a Morning Star. That's pretty brilliant. Mount Holly Academic Campus. 9 classrooms, a library, and a dormitory. Wow. And it wasn't enough to make me smart.